Hey guys, it's Sunday and Magda's here. And today we are starting with part one of my on my way to Camino, so my Camino preparations. Today we are starting with gear. So what to buy, how to prepare yourself, what to take into consideration when you're buying some additional things for Camino that you wouldn't buy normally because they are not useful in your normal life, but on Camino you can't live without them. So, what is the most important thing I want to mention in the beginning? Everything I will be sharing are based on my experience. This is what is working for me, and it might not work for you because I'm 30 something year old woman, quite fit. I'm working on it. And I've done parts of Camino, like I've done 3 times 350 kilometers. So I have some experience. I've never done 800, so I'm also using experience of other people that I've met on the way that helped me with my issues when I had some, and I had some. So I have made my mistakes on the way, and I've changed some things to make sure that it's working better. And so I'm sharing where I am now. Maybe in a year I will decide that nothing works as I thought. I need to change this. I need to buy something new. And basically, that happened last year when I came back and I decided, I need to buy a few new things. So this time, part one, we are starting with the most important thing on the Camino. So what you need to take care of the most are your feet, because those are this part of your body will suffer a lot. Feet are not prepared for that. I believe I've tried to prepare myself for Camino, and I will tell you something about my training plan, but your feet are not prepared for what is coming. So you need to make sure that you are preventing many things that can happen, and you are reacting to the things that are happening, because they will happen. People say they are, walking a lot with their backpack to prepare to Camino. Nothing will prepare you for 800 kilometers. That's my opinion. You can do some parts and prepare as much as possible, but there will be things that you need to be prepared for, no matter what your body is telling you right now in the preparation. So your feet have to be prepared for the not only your weight, because normally your feet are taking care of moving your weight forward, but on Camino you will have your backpack, and people that are overweight have problems with joints, have problems with ankles, with knees. So your body feel additional weight. Unfortunately, that's how we are built. And if you are walking Camino, like my backpack is 7 kilograms or something like this, maybe sometimes 8 if I have a lot of water. So that's additional weight that my legs will support and my feet will feel, because all this force from my weight are coming to my ankle and heel and hitting the ground. So I need to think about it when I'm buying my shoes, when I'm buying my socks, because your socks and your shoes are together. You need to make sure they are working together. So it's not two separate things. You need to think about them as a team. So starting with socks. There are different opinions about socks. I've seen people wearing 2 pairs of socks in the same time, one light pair on the skin and then some merino wool or something like this. to have enough, fluff support and prevent blisters, and it's working for them. I have decided to go the other path. I have one pair of socks, but different pair of socks. So I'm using this brand, and I'm not even trying to pronounce it. I don't know where are they from, so I don't know what language is this. So those are socks that I've already worn on Camino. So what is important about them? They are not very thin. You can feel them basically, but they are not very thick. They are quite nice inside. They are, because I don't have high ankle shoes. They are right above my shoe, so preventing any blisters around the edge of my shoe. And the most important part is this. So every toe has different pocket. Why is that? To prevent blisters. During the whole day of walking, when your feet will get wet, and when they are wet, they are rubbing on each other. So blisters between toes are painful and are really killing. Every time I had those in the history of my life, I was really miserable. So those socks for me are the best. People have different approach to prevent those kind of blisters. So some of them are taping their toes. So just taping each toe to make sure they're not rubbing each other and to prevent blisters. I don't like waking up in the morning and having to tape all my toes. So this is the best option for me. They are working. They are not very easy to find. I had to find them online in I think in Poland in one shop. They were available, but they are great and worth every money. I have different colors. Those are black ones. I have also more colorful ones. But the thing is that I walk in them. I walked in them on my last 2 Caminos, and they worked really, really well. I had blisters because of other things, but because of rubbing toe to toe, it didn't happen because they prevented that. And what people do to also prevent that is they are changing socks during the day. So during one of the stops, you are taking many stops on Camino. If they feel their feet are getting wet, the socks are wet, they are changing socks to the dry ones, and it's better for feet. They will be dry longer. But for me, if I walk, and I walk around 40 kilometers a day, my feet, my sock and my shoe are together. They're one team, one goal. So I don't want to take off my shoes, let my feet breathe, and then put on my shoes again, because for me it's not working, because it will take some time for my feet to feel good in this shoe again, because my feet will be swollen after a few hours of walking. So taking off your shoe, putting on it, it's just not for me. Maybe it will be working for you. I know many people who are doing this and they are happy with that approach. It's not working for me. So what else is important? As I said, it's always team, sock and shoe. So if I'm using those socks, I need to make sure that I have enough space in toe box in my shoes, because when toes are separated, they are taking more space than normally. So I'm always saying wide shoes with big shoe box and toe box. And with shoes, there are also so many approaches. What is good? What is bad? If you have to take trekking shoes with ankle support, so high, and if they should be waterproof or not. There are many brands that people think this brand is the only brand I use and this is the best. This is the best for you. Always think about it. So if you are choosing socks, those are the ones for me. You can choose the other one, any other one. If you are choosing shoes, you need to make sure those shoes are working for you. I will tell you about my shoes and why they work for me. So my shoes, and those are new ones, because last year I had different ones and I have different issues with my feet, and I have decided no, I need to change something. And I talked with many people on the Camino, and the most important thing was for me when I was buying my first shoes, they need to be waterproof. They need to be waterproof to make sure that my feet are not getting wet. But waterproof shoes will work if you have, I don't know, short drizzle during the day. Your feet will not get wet. But if it's raining whole day, they will not be waterproof anymore. After an hour of raining, maybe 2, you will be in the pool of water. Last year it was raining so badly one day, and this was the shortest day on my Camino. I think I did like 26 kilometers that day, and I was soaking wet. I was miserable. It was pouring with rain, and in albergue, amazing hospital helped me to dry clean my things, to put newspapers to my shoes. But even after changing those newspapers, the next day my shoes were still wet. Not as wet as this day, but they were still wet. And even with dry socks, I wasn't comfortable, as comfortable as I should be walking. So after that day, unfortunately, I got blisters, and yeah, not fun part. We will talk about blisters and how to prevent them, what to do about them later. So I have decided to go with very light shoes. Those are my new Columbias. I'm walking in them a lot right now to make sure they are comfortable. And they are great because they are breathable. There are a lot of membrane here. I think it's most of it is membrane only. And insoles are amazing because insoles are full in holes. So if water gets into the shoe, it gets out. And you can dry this separately. So I'm sure they, even if it will be raining, they will be dry very fast, and they are amazing. So for me, this is my normal shoe size. But for these shoes, they are like one size bigger, because normally for shoes I would advise you to get one size bigger than you normally wear, because your feet will be swollen every day, especially when it will be sunny and good weather. Yeah, they will be swollen. Everything, like, you will be swollen. Sorry, guys. So for this one, even if there are my size, I have enough space here for my toes. Right now when I'm walking, I cannot feel this when I'm walking, so it's good. I cannot feel this because this is really light membrane, so nothing is basically touching my toes. There's a lot of room here for my toes, so there's really a lot of space here. And really great thing is amortization here. It's not very high. I've seen like Hoka's is a very popular brand. It is a lot of amortization. Those are trail runners shoes. People take them very often to Camino. Those don't have so much, but they have enough amortization for me. I checked it. I walked in them a lot. And what is also important when you are thinking about shoes, especially on Camino, you need to think what will be your terrain, like what will be your path. So I'm starting in France, so I will be walking through Pyrenees. So I hope it will be good enough. But in Pyrenees, people will tell you, oh, you need to have this high shoes with ankle support. What I'm taking my trekking sticks, so those will help me in case anything happens, because I have support here, so I shouldn't twist my ankle, hopefully. But in Camino, in French way, there is meseta, so very long, flat terrain. So for me, the most important thing is they are very light, and waterproof shoes with high ankle support are very heavy. So for 800 kilometers, I decided to go with this. And about the terrain profile, I think profile is the right word for that. You need to think also about walking downhill. Why is it important? I had my injuries because I haven't thought about it enough on my Camino 2 years ago. So on French way, there is one part when you are going from Cruz de Ferro, then you are walking up the hill, and then you have downhill for a few hours, like 3 or 4. I don't remember how much time it takes, but it's downhill all the time, downhill. So you need to think about the profile of that will be on your way, because walking downhill is like this. Like your feet are. This is the force. The force is pushing your feet down the shoe, and if you are pushing your feet down the shoe for a long time, your toes, unfortunately toes, and nails of those toes will hit this part of the shoe. So it's very easy to lose your nails because of that. So I've checked, those ones are keeping my feet in the back, and I also have a special style of tying my shoelaces that keeps better support in this area. You can check on many websites, YouTube, plenty of options how to tie your shoes based on your goal and based on your feet problems. So remember about it. There's like the way you are tying your shoe in your normal life is not enough, and I've learned it hard way. I was dying after that downhill 2 years ago, and I had to wear my sandals that were without good heel support. I had problems with my ankles. I had then shin splints. I had amazing pain in my knees, and I had to be on painkillers for a few days to be able to walk. I haven't stopped because it's not me, but if I have prevented this, like the issue with one of my toes, but it was so painful. If I would prevent it, those other things would not happen. So that's the lesson from this. And about sandals, sandals are also very important because if you are walking long day and you are feeling, oh, the terrain has changed, I want my feet to breathe a bit, this was good enough terrain for sandals, I always will tell you buy Teva. Tevas are amazing sandals with a good support systems inside. Always check because they have like normal and trekking shoes, and those are really good trekking shoes on the really good gum, and they have shock pad. This is the support for your heel that you need. There are other systems in it, so I made sure that those will be good enough if I'm walking with my backpack, but I also use them when I'm already in the albergue, I took a shower and I want to walk in the town to do some shopping, but those towns are villages, they don't have good pavements, so you need to have something to support you also then. So Tevas are amazing. Those are really basic ones. I just make sure that everything here is good and is not causing any blisters for my feet. But those are additional ones. So if I would have very like waterproof and heavy shoes, I wouldn't be so keen on to changing during the day to the sandals, because then I will have to have those heavy shoes on my backpack, and I don't like additional weight on my backpack. So really think about it. Everything you are taking, unless it is on you, you will have it on your back. I'm always taking my backpack with me. You can take some services to transfer your backpacks. I'm always having my backpack with me, so I'm trying to have them to have everything there, like up to maximum 7 kilograms. So I will tell you more about what I'm packing in later videos. Yeah, this is Bartosz, my cat. So what additional thing for your feet? Of course, always take flip-flops. I don't have flip-flops right now because normally I walk in, Havaianas or something like this. Those are heavy. I'm always taking on Camino something, the cheapest one in the store. Because I use them mainly when I'm going to take a shower. That's very wise to take flip-flops to the shower. And then when I'm sitting in the albergue, sitting in a bar, just chatting with people, I want to have shoes that I will not feel. After a whole day of walking, I'm doing everything to not feel anything on my feet. So flip-flops are the best for that, and it's good to have special pocket in your backpack to just pack them as the last thing in the morning and take them out as the first thing when you come to the albergue. So yeah, that's all about shoes, socks. I will tell you more about preventing blisters, taking care of blisters, some meds I'm taking. I will be telling you about trekking sticks, trekking poles, whatever you call it. Later, I will tell you more about my clothes, my backpack, other gadgets I'm taking that are very useful. So everything will come, but this is the most important part. And if you are planning Camino, start with buying good shoes and start with walking in them as much as possible, even if they don't work to your work attire. It's good to use them in your normal life to have them really comfortable for your legs. Thank you very much for your time today. Thank you for staying with me for 25 minutes. Oh my God, I love talking, but I hope you will like listening to me. If you have any thoughts about what I've shared, any other opinions, I'm happy to hear. I'm happy to talk with you. Just as I said, everything I'm sharing is my experience, things that work for me. If you have some thoughts, I think it would be great to share, because then if people will come to this video, they will see other options and think and can choose what is working for them. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today. Have a great week. See you soon. Next week on Sunday, I don't know what will be the topic, but I hope it will be interesting for you. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe and healthy. And buen camino. Bye.